12. So let's look at this one. Okay, so on this one, the total number of red countries issued per country of a player during a soccer competition are given in the table below. We can see the table. Let's go through the table. They say the number of red cards. Uh, the country that got 0 to 2, there are 27 countries. 2 to 4, there are 15. 4 to 6, there are 5. 6 to 8, there are 5. 8 to 10, there are 3. So now they want you to find the estimated mean of the number of red per country, red cards per country. Okay, so now what I'm going to do, I already have the formula for mean here. We're going to find the sum of f times x over n. So this n is the number of countries, which is your frequency, the sum of your frequency. So I'm going to first find the total for that. I'm going to take the 27. Let's add that with 15. We add 5 plus 5 plus 3. So this gives us 55. So the total is 55. So that block there will be 55. So now, in order for you to find the midpoint is like you still remember what you were doing when you do the midpoint, x1 plus x2 divided by 2. So this is what we're going to do. 0 plus 2, that's 2. Divide by 2, we get 1. Then you write 1 there. Then 2, you add 2 with 4. That's 6. Divide by 2, 3. Then you say 4 plus 6, that's 10. Divide that by 2, we get 5. Then 6 and 8, that's 14. Divide by 2, we get 7. 8 plus 10, that's 18. Divide by 2, we get 9. Okay, so now I know that the midpoint, we're not going to use the total anywhere. So I'm just going to move to f times x. So f times x, this is your f, this is your x. You just have to multiply the two. 27 times 1, 27. 15 times 3, that's 45. Then you're going to say 5 times 5, that's 25. Then what's next? 5 times 7, that's 35. We are multiplying 3 with 9. So that's 9, 18, 27. So this will be 27. Then we need to find the sum for those f times x. Né? So let's quickly work on that. So this will be 27. We added that with 45. We added that with 25. We added that with 35 and plus 27. This gives us an answer of 159. So this will be 159. Okay, let's answer the question now. So to calculate the estimated mean, we said it will be the sum of that f times x divided by the number of n, which is the number of countries, so which is the frequency. So the mean, to calculate the mean, the estimated mean, you're going to take your 159, you divide that by your 55 that you got. Therefore, the answer that you get, it should be your estimated mean. So the estimated mean, this one, it will be equals to, let's use the calculator to say 159. I'm just going to divide the answer by 55. So this gives us approximately 2.89 if we round it off. So which we're going to say the estimated mean, guys, when 2.89, let me explain the weight estimated. Estimated, you don't write 2.9. So you're going to say the estimated mean is estimated mean. You round that to the nearest number. So you are estimating the mean. So approximately this is 3 red cards. So this will be 3 red cards. I hope you understand that part. 1.2, draw an OGIF cap to represent the data, the above data. So to draw an OGIF cap, we're going to need a space for that. And I'll definitely work with you on that one, okay? So let's go and draw the OGIF cap using the information that we have so far. Okay, so now I think this will be easy when you do it in your exam book, because remember, you'll be given the space to draw that. They will bring this in, it will be drawn to scale, right? So this is 60. Let me say this is my 50, 40. Should we say 60, 50? Okay, 60, 50, 30. Then this will be 20. Then it's 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, then 10. Then we start at 0. Right, so this side, we always know that the y, we put the cumulative frequency. So this is the cumulative frequency. So this tells you that we need to go back on that whatever that we were doing to find our cumulative frequency. We need to go back and find the cumulative frequency. So this side, this will be your interval, right? Which is the number of red cards. So this will be the number. This side is going to be the number of red cards. Right, so now let's quickly put in the number of red cards. It's either when you put this, guys, let's go back. You put the last numbers on your interval: 4, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Those are the numbers that you need to put. So we start at 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Then now when we plot, we need to find the cumulative frequency, which is something they did not include on that table, but I'll definitely help you guys how to find the cumulative frequency. So let's work on that. So the cumulative frequency should be next to the frequency, okay? So maybe somewhere here, I'm going to create another column for cumulative frequency. So this is for cumulative frequency. I think you can see what I'm trying to do here. For cumulative frequency. So I'm just going to try and say this is cumulative. So you can see that. So the cumulative frequency, this is how it starts. You take the first column, the first number, you just move it this side, which will be 27. Then to find the next one, you add 15 with 27 and see what you get. Okay. So you add 15, going to say 15, we add that with 27, this gives us 42. So the next one is 42. Then the total now is 42. You add the next number on the number of countries, on the frequency column. The next number is 5. You're going to add 5 to that 42. So you're going to say 42 plus 5, which gives us 47. The next one is 47. Then you add the total is 47. We add the next number on the frequency column, which is 5. So this will be plus 5. And then the next one, this gives us 52. I'm going to put my 52 here. From 52, we add 3. That gives us 55, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, that will give us 55. Okay, so I'm just gonna write this down here and say the last one is 55. So now let's talk about plotting the OGIF graph. The first point, it will be that 2 and 27. Let's go and plot that point. So it's 2, which is this part, and it was 27. 27 is somewhere there before 30. So it will be somewhere at this point there. So I'm just going to put it there. And then the next point is this one. It's going to be 4 and 42. Okay, the next point is 4. This will be my 4. And 42, I know it's somewhere right there. This is 42. Okay, and 4. So this will be 42 and 4. Remember, you'll have this on the answer book, and for sure yours will be drawn to scale. The next point, it's 6, this is 6 and 47. 6 and 47 is somewhere there before 50. So it should be somewhere at this point, all the way to that point. Right, let's go and determine the not the last, 8 and 52. Okay, so 8 and 52, 52 it's somewhere there. Okay, 52 and 8, so 52 and 8, so this will be the point there. Okay, and then the last one, that will be 10, it goes with 55. 10 goes with 55. So 55, it's exactly at this point here. And it's somewhere here. Okay, 52 and 10. Then the last thing you need to do is to connect your dot. But the most important thing, remember, on OGIF, you should start at 0. So we start at 0 and 0. Then you're going to connect your dots. You're going to connect your dots to have your OGIF graph. I hope you understand how we did that graph, then. Right. Let's see the next question. The next question says, that was 3 marks. The next question for 2 marks, calculate the interquartile range. So when they want the interquartile range, the formula for interquartile range, it's equals to the upper quartile, which is Q3, you minus the lower quartile, which is Q1, and we need to use the graph to find those guys. So I need to first calculate Q3 and Q1 first, then I'll find the difference of the two. So look at this. To answer this question 1.3, to answer that 1.3, I need you to always remember this following formulas. Okay, so Q3, okay, let's start with Q2. Q1 is your lower quartile. Right, and the lower quartile, the formula for the lower quartile goes like this. So Q1 is equals to, we take n, we add 1. The answer that you get, you divide by 4. So this will give us the position. Let's go and find this. Remember, n is the number of frequency, which was 55. Né? So this will be 55. Q1 will be 55 plus 1 divided by 4. So that is your lower quartile. You just have to punch that on the calculator, see what you get. So this will be 55. You add 1, then this is equal to 56 divided by 4. This gives us 14. So the position is 14. The position is 14. So this will be 14. So let me tell you something. This 14 is on your cumulative frequency. You're going to go to your cumulative frequency. So this is on cumulative frequency. You're going to go on that cumulative frequency where there's 14. You're going to take your ruler and say, I know that 14 is somewhere here. And then you're going to connect you're going to connect your ruler like this. You connect your ruler, you go like this. Then where you reach the graph, you start going down. So you don't have to stress about, hey, how will I know that my answer is accurate? Remember, in an exam, you'll be given an answer book. So your graph will be like nice and neat. So this tells us that Q1 is just 1. So I'm going to write down and say, therefore, my Q1 is equals to 1. Now, what is the next step? Is to find Q3. Q3 is your upper. This one will be your upper quartile. Right, and the formula for this one, you just say whatever that we did to that side, the difference with this one is just this one will be 3 into n plus 1, everything divided by that 4. So you just say 3 into, so this will be 3 into n This will be 3 into n, which was 55. You add 1. Close the bracket. This gives us 168. Divide that by 4. This gives us 42. So this tells you that the position, this was 3 into 55 plus 1 divided by 4. So the position is 42. You go to your cumulative frequency, you point out where there's 42. 42 is at the exact point as that one, the one that we created, if you still remember, is at the exact point of that point. This point is 42. So it will be the same as that one. And we know that that point was pairing with what? With 4. So if I go and say it is at 42, this will be my Q3. I go down, this goes straight to 4. So my Q3 is 4. Therefore, I'll have Q3 to be equals to 4. Therefore, remember, when they want the interquartile range, the question said calculate the interquartile range. So the interquartile range is the difference between Q3 and Q1. So my Q3 is equals to 4 and minus Q1, which is 1. Therefore, the interquartile range is 3. Give them that answer, you definitely collect your marks. So this tells you that the question said the interquartile range of rate cards issued per country. So it's going to be 3 rate cards. And that's it for this one. So I think you can see how easy it is to collect that 8 marks.